I started gangbanging since 12. I joined the gang and I was, streaming to get my name out there. So I got, I picked fights, got more trouble getting that respect that a lot of people were talking about. And I started off young because, honestly, I wasn't really accepted because of my background from where I came from. I wasn't born in the United States. So when I got here, I was kind of like different from the kids that was born here, because I came from a poor family. I dressed it different. My mom and dad couldn't afford me better clothes. They couldn't afford a better place for me to live in. So I was kind of like cast out of the society from here. So it forced me to hang around with people that was like me, that also came from a poor family, or that was also fresh from China. And so I hung out with them. I was actually a very good student in school. Our teachers always complimented me on how good I was, how smart I was. I got good grades. I really didn't go out that much. After school, I walk home and I stay home and watch a little cartoon. Then I'll do my homework, or I'll wait for my mom to come back from work, or sometimes I'll even cook dinner and wait for her to come back and eat. So I pretty much was a good boy. And then suddenly my whole life just turned around. There was a gang-related shootout where 6 kids got hurt, where me and my co-partner did a walk-by and shot into a park, hitting 6 people. I was charged with 14 felonies. I was charged with 6 counts of assault with a firearm, 6 counts with attempted murder, a count of being in a street gang, and a count for assault and battery. I was facing 55 life. The things I seen in there kind of really woke me up. It was like a slap on my face to wake me up and say, look, this is the things that it could happen to you if you get caught up in these games. And then there's a lot of programs that I could benefit from that could give me education and get out and get myself prepared for a job. So I took the advantage of the programs they were offering, and I took the classes. For instance, I took the auto mechanic class, which is vocational training, and I almost got certified as an auto mechanic, but unfortunately I got transferred to another institution. To this day I have my GED because, like I said, I was trying to change and I did whatever I could to change. So I took my initiative to get my education back, and I took the GED and passed my GED, and now I got my GED. When you're in that room 20 hours a day, you'll get very lonely. You'll start counting the bricks on the walls, the holes, or you see a little spider, you start messing with it because you want to pet or something. Or you just start, and that loneliness sooner or later will get, if it don't get you insane, and hopefully it won't, it'll get you to pick up a book and start reading to escape that loneliness, to escape that reality, And that's how the beat came in and helped me, and that piece of paper and pencil, It gave me a chance to leave reality and escape that mentality for a minute, to escape that thought of being locked up for so long, or that I might be locked up for the rest of my life. That piece of paper, that pen gave me a chance to leave that kind of world to somewhere else where I could, my mind could be free and just do whatever I want. That's how I came to write short stories, because I placed myself as the main character, and that's what I went through and what I wanted to be. And sometimes I regret and I think about how stupid I was to do that, just to, fight over something stupid like the street or a color or a number, which would never belong to me. Even when I go under, get buried 6 feet down, the street's gonna be there, the number's gonna be there, the color's gonna still be there, and you're just gonna have another bunch of teenagers doing the same old thing. Ever since the last interview, I've worked several jobs. I've worked in the beat. At the same time going to school, I worked in the pizza shop, delivering pizza at the same time working in the beat and going to school. I've also worked for a nonprofit called SFCAP. It was a bunch of kids that was motivated to make the change in their community. And I was also part of that for about a year. And finally, when I'm about to graduate, I figured I couldn't stand it. I couldn't take it. It was too much pressure. So I laid off everything that was around me, both 2 jobs. I would just stick with the beat. And also, ever since the last interview, I moved from Central State to Hill College. When you're sitting in a classroom in a locked up facilities, most of the time you don't learn anything. The teacher either hand you the book, tell you to read the book, learn yourself, do the homework, turn the paper in, or people around you is just talking and not paying attention to what the teacher is saying. While at a university or a state college,
or in any kind of college, people are there to actually learn. People are there to sit in the chair quiet and listen to the teacher lecture. And the teacher doesn't hand you a book and say, read it over, turn in your homework. The teacher goes on the board, explains to you in detail how to do something that you don't understand or you don't know. And if you need help, they'll be glad to more than help you. I found motivation through some people that I was locked up with. You know, they had a courage they had a strong will to change their life around for better. And by surrounding them, you know, that encouraged me and motivated me to do the same thing. I also had counselors that really showed that they cared, you know, how I'm gonna end up in the next 5 years.
Right.
You know, they really took the time to sit down and talk to me and show me that they care and that I could ask them for help anytime. And that's one of the big things that, you know, a lot of kids, I think, in any locked up facility doesn't think they need is help. They think, you know, they know everything, they can do everything on their own, but I'm telling you right now, you need help, you need a support system, you need somebody to be there to put their hand out and say, here's my hand, take it if you want. It feels good to know that I could walk in the doors of YGC, B4, B5, and talk to the kids and share with them my experience and try to help them. I mean, even though there's 20 kids out there that talks and doesn't listen to you, at least there's one that you will always get through. Today is my graduation. You know, I'm graduating from Hill College with a degree, with an AAS degree in informational technology with an emphasis in network administration. It took me 18 months and a lot of hard work to actually get to where I'm at today. To the point where I'm at right now, actually walking on stage and getting my degree and know that I have something in hand that I can use in the future. I could actually take it out and say, you know what, look at this, I got this, I worked for it, I struggled through it, and I got it. And you can't tell me that, you know, I can't make it. You can't tell me because of my past, you're not able to give me a job. You know, that doesn't seem fair, and that's happened many times. I have turned in a lot of applications for a lot of different jobs. It doesn't even matter if it deals with my field or not, and I have not got any feedbacks from it. I tell myself that, don't get discouraged. There's going to be disappointing moments, there's going to be problems you encounter, and there's going to be temptations. But just don't let it get to you. There's still that little temptation out there. I mean, a couple of days ago, I just went out with my lunch with my old OG, with my old boss, and you know, he was telling me how much he was making, how many people he had now, and he told me that, you know, if you ever need to come back, you need money, you know, you don't have to do anything, you know, I'll cut you a profit either way. And that, you know, that was a temptation. That was a very big temptation. There's consequences that comes with that I have really thought about, and that's what really turned me away. Consequences of me ending back up in YA, or even worse, ended up in the pen, or ending up dead and hurting the people that cared and loved me, the people that, you know, have faith and believe that I will be someone in the future. I mean, she's been a very good girlfriend to me. She's shown me a lot of support. She's kept me in check once in a while to make sure that I don't end up back in jail. She's also let me know that, you know, I won't like it if you end up in jail. And she's kept me away from people that I'm not supposed to be around, and also people from the past that I knew, like my old homies that, you know, is either locked up or, you know, rest in peace, that died. You know, I remember, I look at that. That's my motivation to get up every day. You know, I'm grateful for that. That way, I look at them as inspiration to inspire myself, not to end up at the same road that they ended up.